Hello everyone, Danny here from the Soccer Expansion Project. I wanted to do a quick intro video as to what this really means and what this is all about. This is obviously the YouTube channel that we're starting to populate with videos, but I've done this little presentation. So there's two sides to it really. There's the right hand side and then there's the left hand side. If we were to scroll in here in terms of the right hand side, we're looking to bring together lots of expert knowledge, people that have been around the game in certain areas, and have them be accessible inside the platform. So on the administrative side, help with legal stuff, forming a club structure. How do you build it? Where do you affiliate with, or who do you affiliate with? Your accountant piece, the web stuff, the schedules, communications, mission. There's payroll, there's taxes, there's you name it, it's there. On the player side of things, data, sports performance, nutrition, sports site, pathways for players, ID and scouting network, measurement, mentoring. That list could probably be tripled pretty easily. But essentially, how the players improve individually and as groups, but primarily, looking at the ways in which they can do it. Oops, I missed off some of those little thingies here. Look, I'm a novice. On the coaching side of things, this is where I come from. Like, where do we find the correct information? Where do we get the right stuff? There's so much out there right now. How can we become a better coach? And it comes from obviously curriculums, training methods, data, metrics, evaluations of you, classroom management, trends and awareness, coaching, education, and support. How do I get better? How does any coach get better? How do we improve, and how can we form some community to get around that conversation without any chip on the shoulder, without any sort of hierarchy to what we're trying to do? Just everyone get together and help each other out. That's a big thing for me. Retail, there are people out there in the soccer world, of course, that we need their services, their help. Technology, you've got video tracking devices, all the way through to, I don't think VAR is going to hit the youth ranks too soon, but who knows? But you get the idea from the high-end technology side of things. It's gear, equipment, kits, camps, college camps, international tours, people, stuff that we buy as soccer people. Anything that's out there. Parents looking to get involved, understanding the sport. What is this all about? We live it as coaches, and players live it. Sometimes parents might not know, and I think about my own kids. I have a 9 and a 10-year-old, and if they were to get into a sport I was unfamiliar with, what does that look like? What happens? What are the pathways for my kid? How do I get trained? What's the best thing for them? I don't know as a parent in that situation. So can parents find information here? For sure. And then also to help bridge the gap between parents and coaches and players, because that obviously is something that can sometimes be a little fractious. Developers, so entrepreneurs. I messed up my little cursors again here. Oh dear. Oh, I've got to work on that. People look at this different franchises out there, all the way from trainers to little kid stuff. Land development, people looking to build fields, feasibility studies. Can I put together something? Working with local governments, buildings, and facilities. So that's the right-hand side. And some of the people that we're already talking to, for example, on the players, coaches side of things, potentially getting involved in the retail and admin side already would be Stuart and Gary Monk from Soccer Profile. I've got their tab up just here with their software. So a couple of great resources here on this right-hand side that we're looking to build and to have people access. On the left-hand side, if you follow this along, is everyone looking to grow the game. How can we make it better, bigger, all levels, all kids, smiles on faces, understand mission, the whole thing. And that's everybody: players, coaches, clubs, DOCs, technical directors, parents, fans. It could be anybody looking for information. Make sure I make that. And then in the middle, of course, is the platform itself, is the classroom, if you will, or the meeting place, or the hub, whatever you would like to call it. The Soccer Expansion Project is a website by itself, but it's currently under construction. It's just being built, but that's where information will be fed to. Inside this portal, this membership portal, There'll be a few dollars a year that people might pay from this left-hand side to be involved, but from that, the hope is that we build a community to help support your idea of impact. So you're a DOC, you're a coach, you're a player. What's your big idea of impact? How do you want to influence the world through this sport? And that sounds grand and it sounds big, and it is. Certainly as I've got older, I've wanted to have a bigger impact on the I don't know what the word would be. I'm messing this up because I can't find it, but the overall impact of the sport on people and kids, and have that as big as possible. My face is blurry here, so I don't know how to fix that. We'll just ignore it, doesn't matter. Maybe did I press this? Ooh. Anyway, so within the Soccer Expansion Project portal or membership website, our big area of impact, what do we get from that? Expert knowledge, chat, support, PDFs, presentations, webinars, get some pro coaches on there, forums, Q&As, offers and access. Maybe there's someone in the retail world that's going to give us some permissions for some cool stuff. Maybe there's some demo gear, maybe there's discounts for your club, whatever it might be, educational resources, but a place to go and wade through all the stuff that's out there, and find a place where we can share ideas and get clear on what we're trying to do, and essentially get better. With that mission, we're trying to grow the game one player at a time, that kind of mentality, and do the right things for kids. So yeah, that's in a nutshell what the Soccer Expansion Project is all about. Right now, in terms of being in touch, we have a webinar that we're looking to gather interest from. So Stuart and Gary are looking to do a webinar, talk about soccer profile. Gary was a Premier League manager with Swansea. They're doing amazing work across the world. Actually, just been to Canada. They were at the US convention and now doing some work with some academy kids in the UK. So talking with them, we're looking to gather some interest to maybe kick things off and have a bit of a webinar, have a little bit of a chat, do a Q&A. So there's a form. I'll link it somewhere in what we're trying to do here, where you can just fill in some quick information. I won't spam you, I promise. Your name, your best email, your current role, submit the form, and then I'll be in touch and we will look at some dates and maybe get on track with what we're trying to do. So there we go. There's a YouTube channel. Here's the presentation of what the project looks like and how we're trying to bring this together over the next month or two. And my face is unblurred. So hooray, that's great. In the link, I'll put this little form here so that you can get access to that and plug in your information. But I'd really appreciate if you would share that and pass it on. That'll be fantastic. All right. Each day on YouTube, I will be posting some information. Some of it's coachy stuff. Some of it's I'm doing some lives. There's not many yet right now, but we're certainly trying to build up what we're trying to do. Look, I've probably got about 24 views. That's amazing. So, but anyway, you get the idea. So feel free to ask any questions. I hope this helps, and to watch this space on how we start to build this and impact kids and help. Cheers. Thanks.